Right now, beneath the dark freezing water surrounding the UK, there are submarines moving silently, watching, listening, and they don't belong to the UK. Over the past few months, something unusual has happened. Military officials have confirmed noticeable increase in submarines activity near the British waters. And they're not just any submarines, they're Russian ones. And this isn't just a routine patrol situation, this has been taken seriously at the highest levels of defence. So the question is, why now? What are they doing? And how close are they getting? And should people in the UK actually be worried? Stay with me, because what's happening beneath the surface is far more strategic, calculated and potentially dangerous than most people realise. So let's break this down clearly. The UK's military has detected an increase in Russian submarines' presence around its waters, particularly in the North Atlantic and areas close to the key underwater infrastructure. Now, this isn't something that's been guessed, it's been actively tracked. The Royal Navy, along with allied forces, are using advanced sonar systems, surveillance aircraft, to monitor activity beneath the sea. And recently, those systems have been picking up more movement than usual. We're talking about attack submarines, intelligence gathering vessels, possibly even nuclear capable submarines, moving in patterns that suggest something more than routine operations. This matters because submarines are designed to be stealthy. They don't just show up by accident. If they're being detected more often, it likely means there are more of them, or they're operating closer than before. And that changes everything. To understand why this is a big deal, you need to understand submarines. Submarines are one of the most powerful and dangerous tools in modern warfare. Why? Because they are nearly invisible, extremely quiet, capable of carrying devastating weapons, and able to stay underwater for months. A modern submarine doesn't need to surface often. Some are powered by nuclear reactors, meaning they can operate for long periods without detection. And when you can't see your enemy, you can't predict them. That's what makes submarines so powerful. They can track naval ships without being noticed, monitor communication, map underwater terrain, and in worst case scenarios, launch missiles. So when there's an increase in submarine activity near your country, it's not something you ignore. Now here where it gets serious. Most people think about military threats in terms of land or air. But one of the most critical battlegrounds today is underwater. Running across the ocean floor are thousands of miles of cables. These cables carry internet data, financial transaction, government communication, military signals. In fact, over 95% of global internet traffic travels through underwater cables. Let that sink in. If those cables are damaged or disrupted, entire countries could lose communication. Financial systems could be affected and economies could slow down instantly. Now imagine submarines operating near those cables, getting monitored, mapping them, even potentially interfering with them. This is one of the biggest concerns behind the increase in activity, because this isn't just about military power anymore, it's about control of information. So why is this happening now? There are a few possible reasons and none of them are simple. So first we've got strategic signalling. But sometimes military activity is about sending a message by increasing submarine presence. Russia could be showing that it still has reach, still has power, and can operate close to Western nations. It's a way of saying, we're here and we're watching. 3. Testing responses. So another possibility is testing. How quickly does the UK respond? What system do they use? How do they track submarines? But operating in the UK waters, they can learn how the UK reacts, which is valuable intelligence. 4. Preparation for future conflict. This is the most serious possibility. In any potential conflict scenario, knowing the terrain, the defences and the weak point is crucial. Submarines could be mapping out critical infrastructure, naval routes, strategic positioning, not necessarily to attack now, but to be ready if needed. The UK is not ignoring this though. In fact, the response has been active and ongoing. The Royal Navy has been increasing patrols, deploying anti-submarines, warships, using surveillance aircraft and working closely with NATO allies. There's also been investment in newer technology, including more advanced sonar systems and underwater monitoring capabilities. The goal is simple: detect early, track continuously, respond quickly. But here's the reality: tracking submarines is incredibly difficult. Even with modern technology, the ocean is vast, complex and unpredictable. Submarines are designed to hide and they're very good at it. And one of the biggest concerns people have is, how close are these submarines actually getting? While exact distances are rarely disclosed for security reasons, reports suggest activity has been closer than what would be considered a routine. But the closer a submarine gets, the less reaction time you have, the harder it is to monitor, the greater the risk of escalation. Even if no attack is planned, close encounters increase tension, and tension increase the risk of miscalculation. All it takes is one misunderstanding, one wrong move, and things can escalate quickly. This isn't just about the UK, this is part of much of a bigger global situation, because around the world there has been a noticeable increase in naval activity, military spending, strategic positioning. Countries are investing more in submarines, cyber capabilities, intelligence systems, because modern conflict isn't just fought with tanks and planes anymore, it's digital, strategic. Submarines play a huge role in that. They operate in a space that most people never see, but their impact can be massive. So now let's address the question most people are thinking. Should you actually be worried? The honest answer is, not in a direct, immediate sense. There's no indication of imminent attack, no signs of sudden escalation, but it is something to be aware of. Because what this shows, rising global tension, increased military activity, strategic positioning happening behind the scenes. This is the kind of thing that builds over time, slowly, quietly, strategically. And by the time it becomes obvious, it's already well underway. 4. Heightened tensions. More close encounters, more risk of miscalculation, but it could also lead to something else, awareness. Because understanding what's happening beneath the surface is the first step in understanding the bigger picture. What's happening right now isn't loud. There are no explosions, no breaking news alerts every hour. It's quiet, silent movement beneath the ocean. Submarines passing through cold, dark waters, tracking, observing, positioning. And while most people go about their day, there's a completely different world operating just below the surface. A world of strategy, power and preparation. So next time you look at the sea, just remember, you never really know what's underneath. If you found this interesting, make sure to subscribe, because I'll be breaking down more real world situations like this in a way that actually makes sense. And drop a comment below. Do you think this is just a routine military activity or something bigger building behind the scenes? Let's talk about it.